Something terrifying is happening in Texas, and barely anyone is talking about it. The beautiful Texas hill country, known for its springs, rolling hills, its rivers, it's all drying out, and not in some distant future, talking right now. Springs are vanishing, wells are collapsing, rivers that once carved through this land are now becoming just a trickle. Jacob's Well stopped flowing again. Many of the popular rivers here in South Texas, they're all starting to decline. And the thing is, it's not a seasonal thing, it's a structural thing. And this could change how millions of us Texans live every single day. And the thing of it is, it's not just a Texas problem, it's a preview of what's gonna come nationwide. This is just the first domino, and what's alarming is the silence. There's no sirens, there's no emergency broadcasts, just drying out lakes and rivers and deepening wells. See, that's how this kind of disaster works. Quiet at first and then permanent. Let me just show you how bad things have gotten. We are in an exceptional drought, which is the highest classification. It's been that way since 2022, and it's still growing. If you live in South Central Texas, you've heard of Canyon Lake. Well, guess what? It's only 40% full, and that's down just 15% from 2 years ago. The Edwards Aquifer, currently down to 624 feet in Bexar County. That's San Antonio, Texas. And it's 33 feet below average. And it's only 12 feet above its record low set back in 1956. And let's take a look at the spring flows. The San Marcos Springs are 98 feet per second below normal of its average. Barton Springs have dropped from 30 cubic feet per second down to 17, and that's in the last 30 days. In Gillespie County, the drought index hit negative 4.55. That's definitely extreme. Even major short rain events, like we just had here in February of 25, didn't charge the aquifers. This is not just a dry spell, it's a hydraulic collapse. The Texas Hill Country have not seen spring flows this low since the Dust Bowl era. All the meanwhile, the state's population is booming, especially in the Texas Hill Country, which is home to more than 3 million people alone and growing every single day. That is nearly 4 times the amount of people that were here since the last big drought back in the 1950s. And every well that fails means that somebody's water is gone just like that overnight. Some of the water supply tables have dropped more than 24 feet just in the last 2 years. And on average, with 50 days above 100 degrees in the summertime, evaporation is stealing even more. It's not just the drought, it's overpumping, it's climate heat, and the population pressure all at once. So what's our response here? Do you just pause the development? How do you protect the water? No, it doesn't quite work like that. We're developing now faster than ever before. There are thousands of new homes that get approved in the Texas Hill Country every single quarter. But check this out, over 4,000 lots were recently denied service in Comal County by the water service utility provider, simply because they couldn't supply the water. They couldn't meet the demands. But that's rare. Most developers still get their permits thanks to the rule of capture. It lets landowners pump unlimited amounts of groundwater, no matter the consequence. No accountability, no conservation requirement. Even in a stage 5 drought, which is the highest emergency level, new subdivisions are still moving forward. In this great state of Texas, if you can pump it, you can profit from it. Think about it. It's like draining your own lifeboat and then selling your bucket. And many groundwater conservation districts are powerless to stop it. And counties can't even deny developments based on the water supply in many of these areas. This is basically legal loophole driven overgrowth. And those poor aquifers, they just can't keep up. Pumping in some of these zones exceeds the recharge levels by 6.5x. That basically means more is going out that is ever gonna come back in. Now here's the hopeful part. Tools do exist. Rainwater harvesting can reduce our aquifer use by up to 90%. A 2,000 square foot roof here in the state of Texas can collect 1,200 gallons of water per every inch of rain. And there are incentives, rebates, tax credits, even state sales tax exemptions. Cities like Austin are even offering rebates for cisterns, smart irrigation, and native landscaping. Then there's One Water. It's an integrated system that reuses gray water, rainwater, and even wastewater. It's already working in some of the major cities like parts of San Antonio and Dallas. And entire residential developments are being built around it, but we need to scale it. Only a fraction of homes and businesses use this kind of technology today. And of course, the laws are just still so far behind. In my opinion, we need to reform the rule of capture. We need policies that treat water as shared, not some infinite source. Smart growth, infrastructure funding, public-private partnerships. The price tag, $154 billion by the year 2050. And yes, is that a big number? Of course, but failure to act will cost way more. Here's what's at stake. The springs that fed generations could disappear permanently. The beautiful rivers that helped define our region could stop flowing in our lifetime. Communities could face rationing, relocation, or even collapse. And this isn't just alarmism, it's a documented trajectory. But it's not destiny, we have a choice. We always have. We could treat our water like gold, not just a passing afterthought. And for our next generation, we can pass along a Texas that's alive, green, and flowing. And let's go even deeper on this. The aquifer collapse isn't just because it's running dry. When the pressure drops too low, the ground itself can compact. That means the aquifer actually physically shrinks. It is losing its ability to store water even if it rains. We've already seen this happen in parts of California. Now we're seeing it happen in parts of central Texas. And here's the thing. Once compaction occurs, the damage is permanent. We lose the sponge, and you can't unsquish a sponge. The Trinity Aquifer, for example, have wells that have dropped over 24 feet on average, if that isn't a flashing red light. And some districts have declared critical depletion areas, meaning aquifer damage is no longer just theoretical, it's happening. And then you have the economic cost. Dried up springs hurt tourism, farmers lose their irrigation, water trucks cost small towns thousands every single month. Property values plummet if the wells go dry. Insurance claims rise, the emergency funding drain local towns' budgets, and we're not even talking about the mental health toll here. Imagine watching the land that you grew up on go dry. But here's the part that lifts me up. All across Texas, people are fighting back. Families are installing rain tanks. Students are out there mapping out all the dry wells. Nonprofits are helping rural towns build resilience. In Bandera, residents turned a failed well crisis into a conservation success story by cutting demand by 40%. A school in Blanco County now uses recycled water to irrigate its fields, saving thousands of gallons a week. And in Dripping Springs, Texas, a community group built an entire smart water park, funded by bake sales and grants. And I get it, these aren't just silver bullets, but they are sparks. It's proof that local change is possible, and it's already happening. So let's imagine the future, not one that we fear, but one that we choose. Fast forward to 2050, it's Texas, and we're still thriving. Our rivers run, our springs flow. Our towns grow smart, and not just fast. We're collecting water from our roofs, we recycle every drop, and we share resources regionally. Our kids are gonna learn water literacy just like reading and math in schools. And we treat aquifers as sacred because they are. That future isn't just a fantasy, it's the product of the choices that we make today. So let's make those choices count. Let's build the future and protect the water it needs. And remember, silence is how a crisis survives. But the truth is how we fight back. What do you think? Are you seeing water impact where you live, especially here in the Texas area, or maybe even nationwide? Drop a comment below and let me know how it's impacting your life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.